1975, there's a look inside the iconic Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the
Even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
From midfield, here's Brady. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the Saints are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field.
And a marker, 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Winston to give, it's Kamara. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the season opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting there.
Out is Lutz now for the New Orleans field goal attempt. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And Lutz puts this one through. Adds to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over. This call, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Adam Troutman, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead.
That's a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone. So give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Winston. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? And this is going to be a Bucs first down as the tackle made at about the 38. That time.
Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Now this throw caught left side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 59 yards. And the Bucs have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. Man open, here is Jones. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Good strong throw and catch right
at 6. Now a play fake. Brady. Looking deep for Julio. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Julio Jones. 41 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. So this offensive unit, they were solid in the offense, set to begin their next possession. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them...
1 now on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Attack mode. Really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Brady airing this one out for Evans. And then he is caught at the 10-yard line. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big connection on that one. 39 yards. And that seemed to me to be all about trusting your receiver.
No doubt about it, because when he put that ball in the air, I will guarantee you everyone who's watching this game right now thought, that's up for grabs. But this is a lot of practice time. As you mentioned, a ton of trust, and he knows how good his guy is. So to him, it wasn't up for grabs. To him, it was a big play waiting to happen.
And that is watching the NFL on EA Sports. Fournette again. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are on their way to a 2-0 start. So it was the pass
one to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston. That's complete to Troutman right side. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Winston. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll... First down, Winston. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To throw again on 2nd down. Winston drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They run. It's Kamara. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good. Could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. On 2nd down, Winston again. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on a sack.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. They put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now Winston on 4th down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Saints' decision to go for it. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the 1st quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you said baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the 1st quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for Tampa Bay, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for New Orleans,